let's finish this thing. Let's just check audio. It works. Great. All right. Let's do some firmware stuff here. So the default, let's pull this back down. Be a little closer. There we go. The default QMK key map for the DZ60 here, and we need to make this the way I want, and then we're good. So this is my JC65, or M65A, but it's the JC65, and wondering, I'm betting I can take most of this. Let's just look at, whoa, what the hell? What are these control masks for? Shift escape control mask. Mod bit KC left shift, mod bit KC right shift. Why does this have control masks? Let's see if we can figure that out, because I don't remember what the control mask is. Let's see. What is that? Mod bit. What is a mod bit? Okay. What's weak mods and real mods? Real mods is intended to retain state of real physical modifier key state, while weak mods retain state of virtual or temporary modifiers. Let's say you hold down physical left shift and type action mod key left shift KCA with weak mods. Oh lord. I don't think we actually need any of that. I don't think that's a requirement of this PCB. Let's see. I'm gonna find out. Let's just find. Let's find the. So the DZ60 is based on the GH60. So let's look at the GH60 default key map. Let's see if it has any of this mod stuff. Interesting. It does appear to have mods for left and right shift. I wonder if we're going to try it without it first and see. Because looking at it, I don't think it's necessary. Okay, so the question is, what do we need? And what do we have hardware-wise? Let's just look here. Back delete. Those keys are all normal. Tab. Nothing odd there, so we're ignoring that enter key. Those are all normal. Caps lock. The left shift. I need a none there. Those are all normal. A lot of these keys on the right side of the third row have no indicators as to what they're programmed for by default. So let's try something which is what if we try using the firmware builder for this? I'm wondering if we can use the firmware builder for the GH60 default I bet we could. I bet we could. Okay, I bet we could. Let's try this. Let's grab kbfirmware.com and let's just that. Okay, let's add this to XSplit here. Do this live. Let's add this guy. Oh great, Chrome needs. Okay, that's not gonna work. Cool, great. All right, just gonna try this real quick and then we'll pull it in. GH60. And we are properly ignoring. Okay. That off. We should be able to capture this now. There we go. Let's just gonna throw this here for right now, so we can show what we're doing. Okay, so this is keyboard firmware. Let's see if we could do this, because this will make it a lot quicker and I don't have to worry about copying and pasting, all that stuff. So on this board, we are going to switch this. Whoa, hold on. Oh, there we go, okay. So this is going to be a backslash instead. I feel like I should zoom this. Can I zoom this out a little bit so we can see the whole thing? Is that visible now? There we go. Okay. So let's see. Backslash, and we're going to get rid of this. I think it's always hard to know which one it's using. So it's in the middle of 3 of them. There's actually a delete, and then a back, and then an unlabeled. So I'm going to try setting this one to no. I'm going to try setting this one to backspace. And that's all fine. Excuse me. Except I want this one. In my case, I use the tick more than I use escape. So on layer 1, that's going to be like that. Enter, and then we have a left shift, and we do have function momentary to 1. That's fine. This we can make left control because I don't use caps lock. And then this is no, because we don't have a key here because it's HHKB. And both of these are no. We don't have a key there, and we don't have a key there. And then I'm going to use this on a Mac, so we're going to swap these. And we want GUI closer to the space. left alt. Here we want right, oops, well, it doesn't really matter, but that's fine. Right GUI and right alt. Okay. So that's fine. Assuming my no is in the right place, it may actually need to be the other way around. It might have to be backspace, then no, I don't remember, we're gonna have to test it. Okay, so that's all good, but then this guy, this is what I like to do, is I make this a layer toggle. No, sorry, not a layer toggle. I need this to be a, which one is it? I can't remember. It's not layer toggle. Is it layer toggle? Maybe it is layer toggle. This goes to layer 1 or is, yeah, okay. Layer 1 or space. So this means if I hold the key, it'll do toggle to layer 1, and if I tap it, it'll go to space, which is what I want. So this is what I need for layer 1. This is momentary to layer 1. Okay. Now, let's go to layer 1. Those are all good. F1 through there. I keep these on backspace. I'm just gonna make these both backspace because it actually doesn't matter to me. And now we need a couple of things here. So I don't want these. So we're gonna make this transparent. Transparent just means this layer will, whatever you hit when you're in this layer will go to the next layer. We're not gonna have one anyway, so it doesn't matter, but I wish this would not switch back to where it is every time. Okay. Clearing these out temporarily, and then I'm gonna set the arrow keys up. Move this a little bit away from my face because I can hear my mouth too much. It's not good to have mouth sounds. All right, set this. Parent. This had, by default, this had HHKB style arrows, but that's not what I do, so we're gonna fix it. This guy left goes to, okay. And then this is a now for me is escape. And we're gonna need to make sure we set a reset because that's actually, this case doesn't have a pinhole for the reset button, so it absolutely needs an escape key so that I can reset the board if I need a firmware update without taking the board apart later. So I'll try not to forget that because I forget that all the time. I don't use media shortcuts on the actual keyboard anymore because I got a little macro keyboard that sits next to my keyboards. So we don't need those. Okay. Oh, missed a page down here. Get out of here, page down. Don't need you. Okay, so we're transparent everywhere here. Okay. So now we need to go to L, which is enter, comma, so this one. This becomes right. Where's right in here? Right. Which means this one comes down. Oops. Down. This one becomes left. Left. Okay. So I got left, down, and right. So that's JKL. Left, down, right. Which means I is up. So that's my basic arrow, but then to make my life easier, if in case I miss, I also make the one to the right of this one right. I make the one to the left of this one left. And I go up to the up, and on the two sides of up, I also put ups. Because I actually miss up and the most probably when I'm randomly tapping. But we should also have down here, just in case. Down, and this one here. Down. Okay. So that's actually all I need in this layer, because this layer I just use for function keys, for escape, and for arrows. So we should be good. Down is the only one I have to, it's a little weird because it's, yeah. Okay, good. And then let's go to layer 2. So actually, to get to layer 1, or to get to layer 2, what I usually do is I make, well, in this case I can't make this one, but we'll make the, so it can't be, it's gotta be, it can't be control or any of those, because those are used for complex selection. So I don't wanna make any of the system keys involved in layer switching, because then I break my ability to do things like shift control left selection stuff. So we know that we're holding either space right now to get here, or we're holding the function key, but I need to get into a second layer. So I think what I'm actually going to do is make getting into that second layer use the this key here, the backslash, because that never really comes up in selection. So, whoa, mouse is freaking out. So we're gonna make this a momentary to layer 2. So now you'd have to hold the function key to get to layer 1, then hold the function key here to get to layer 2. So it's like a 2-step process to get to layer 2. So let's go to layer 2, which is all transparent. That's good. And we're gonna make this guy the reset button so that we can reset the keyboard when we need to rebind or upload firmware. And then because this keyboard has lighting on it, we also need to set up all the lighting. So we're going to, now I think this is, yeah, this is RGB. So we need, let's see what order, we need toggle for the first one. And I usually just try to do these in order. Lighting, mode, lighting, hue increase, lighting, hue decrease, lighting, saturation increase, lighting, saturation decrease, and I actually don't know if VA, which I'm not sure what that actually is now that I think about it, but I'm not sure if they're used. I haven't actually had those used in the past. Okay. I think that's it. Let's go back down here. That looks good, that looks good. Okay, cool. Settings is probably fine. I'm not using backlight anyway. Your key is missing, your keycap is missing the key space, not actually true. Okay, let's download the hex. I've had this fail before, which is a real pain. Okay, it succeeded. All right, so let's look, and let's go back to key map editor. Let me take that hex, and actually I'm gonna have to do this. Best way to do this, I think, is gonna be on my Mac, because this PC doesn't actually have this set up correctly. Let me look. Actually download the zip. I wonder if it gives it, I wonder if it only does hex, or if it can also just give you a C file. Hold on. Oh, did it make a key map? It looks like it did. Let's see. Oops, it didn't open. I use, holy moly. I expect to use Windows the way I use my Mac, and that's just not how Windows works. Can I drag this in here? Is there such a thing as dragging? Guess not. Good lord. How do people live with this? Okay. Here, let's switch here for a second. Oops. Switch here for a second, just so I can open this in case it shows a bunch of random stuff on my computer. Let's try. Oh, I see. I can't open it because it's a zip file. Windows, man. Windows doesn't actually extract by default. That is insane. You like can go into a zip file without actually extracting it. I've never understood why you would really want to do that, but I'm sure there's a reason. Okay, let's extract it. It also takes a really long time to extract even small zips sometimes. Still going. There it goes. All right, let's see if it actually gave me that key map. Boy, you really can't drag and drop many things in this operating system. That is insane. Okay, let me share this again. So this is what I see in this. Did this actually do what I asked? Grave, escape, reset. It did, sweet. So it created a standard key map, which looks like it's probably gonna work, though. That's odd. It didn't. There's a missing. Didn't put that backspace here. I see backspace here, but here it's set to no. So actually, let's copy this here and put it here and see if that resolves that. Okay, so let's take this whole thing and put it in the one that's sitting on my Mac. Oh, it's interesting that it pulled in a bunch of stuff there that it's not actually used, and it added a bunch of empty layers, but let's just ignore that for now. Okay, so now that we've got that, switch over here, and we're gonna need to grab another USB key. Actually, I can use one of my macro boards. Now, you know what? Yeah, okay, let's do it like this. Oh, I hate how some... I wish there was a standardization. If you're going to use mini USB, everybody should pick the same direction. Nothing worse than unplugging one board, going to plug it into another, and the other board has its port upside down, or vice versa. So you're like guessing. This one is so recessed that it's very hard to find the... It's odd that that's so completely out of focus. I don't know why the thing dropped focus. Okay. My Destiny Ghost fell down. All right. So now I've got this cable. Let's bring it over here. Plug this thing in. Yeah, so there's a reset hard reset button here, but because the case is going to not, the case does not have that hole, so I won't be able to hard reset. Sorry, you're gonna have to look at this for a second. That's pretty cool, because that focus is completely wrong, and this camera is terrible with its focus meter. There we go. I don't know why that happened. Or at least that's closer. Okay. Okay. So, first things first, gotta hit the reset button. And then, I can go over here and I can program this. So I'm just gonna flash this board. And it's always fun because I always forget what I'm doing and I unplug the keyboard that I need to actually flash the other keyboard, which is pretty stupid. This time I thankfully did not forget, so let's grab. I always have to look up. I can never remember these commands. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I don't just note them. Okay. Here we go. Now, this one's not in reset mode, but it's also QMK. I'm always terrified I'm gonna accidentally erase one board while I'm doing the other, but let's hope that's not the case. This has been reset. And it does not. Yes, good. It's in reset mode. This one's not in reset mode, so we should be good. Okay, so let's DFU programmer at mega 32 U4 flash That's funny. No, but first so I could have actually just used the hex, but now that I made a change, I'm gonna have to. I forget. I could swear I could do this with just this. Look it up here. Bear with me. There we go. Okay. Oh, I forget. Do I have to make a hex out of this? Does it have to be a hex? I could swear that I was able to do this without the hex. Oh, right, I have to, okay, yep. I have to actually make the hex from the key. Right, okay, got it. Okay. Yep, okay, so I just have to run that key map that I just created and do a make on it. All right. This is the not as fun part. Make, what is this, a DZ60 GM. No make target. Oh, whoops. I just have to do this from a spot that I wouldn't expect. There we go. DZ60. Oh, I did have an error in there. Cool. Include KBH. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Haha. I see, because I downloaded that from there. That's interesting. So by default, the QMK one, or the one from Keyboard Firmware Builder, just sort of gives you a generic, but I should probably base this on the one from that's built into QMK, because it already exists. So let's just grab the import from that one. I just don't remember what it is. DC60 key maps default key map. Let's grab this in DZ60H. That makes perfect sense, obviously. And let's grab mine. Whoops. Okay. Let's try compiling. Let's try making this one more time. Okay, so I did have errors in there. Interesting. It requires 67, but only 63 given. Okay, that's sort of across the board. Yeah, it looks like it truncated. It truncated my. Okay, let's switch back to this. I think I see why. So when I made it with Keyboard Builder, what it did was it seems to have truncated the number. So if you look at, let's see, if we look at the, let's undo this. Undo this all the way. There's the default one. So look at the default one. There's more than what I have here, and I think that's the problem. So actually, this is not difficult to just fix on my own. So that Keyboard Builder thing is actually really great and does work pretty well. But in this one case, it just, I'm not sure if I screwed it up or something went wrong. But let's just take the JC65 that I have, drop it in here real quick. Oh, I have no horizontal scrolling on this PC because I don't have my trackpad's not attached. And let's just confirm here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well actually, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 across. And this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 across. That is very strange that this by default, what am I missing here? Accent 1 through and then 2, it has 3 spots on it. That's kind of weird. There should be another one right here. because this board has 3. That's odd. I wonder if that last one is not usable. Because it's right under this. No, it would have to be usable. Oh, I see. It's because it's either 2 or 1. If you use 1, you don't use either of the other 2. Well, actually, that still doesn't make sense. All right, it doesn't really matter. We can actually quickly fix this. So let's just make the map from what we did. So equals no and backspace. I think these might need to be reversed again, but not sure. That's all fine across, except we don't want backspace right there. Right there, we want backslash, which I just don't remember that. There it is. Copy backslash. Oh, it is there. Okay. Right bracket backslash. Oh, okay. So by default, DZ60 is not in HHKB mode, which actually works out for me. So left control is going to become this. That's all fine. Semicolon, quote, enter, left shift, no, right? Because we're not using that style. Then we go across, comma, period, slash, right shift, no. Okay, so this one is where we want to actually do MO1. So let's take this, because we are yes here. And then we are going to instead use, let me grab a no on left control. And then these get swapped, so let's just do KC Lalt and KC L GUI. Space, space, space. That should all be fine. KC right GUI. And then this is KC Ralt. Then no. And I think no. No. Let's get rid of all these. We don't need them. So that's layer 1. Save that. And then, whoops, jeez. Then layer 2 is now, let's copy it from here. From this guy. Dump it in here. Right. So this becomes escape. And then we got all those guys, which is fine, and delete. That's also fine. We are not going to do these controls on this here. We're going to put them on 3. We're not going to do reset there. Those are fine. Nope, nope, nope. Don't even have backlights. Don't care. Trans. Okay, good. So now I just got to count across and then do up on the right one. So this should actually be the same. 1, 2, 3, yeah, so 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. And then that means left goes 1 to the left, and this one, and this one. Then down, and right. Just 2 rights, yep. And then up, oops. Up goes here and here. And then down is to the right of the first left, and there's 2 of those, just like that. Or do we do 3 of those? Not sure. Sure, okay. And then we also need to make our backslash be MO2. Good. Okay. These can go away. And then we just have the third one, which we're gonna put here. Oh, weird. It's a lot of momentary crazy layers there. We don't need any of that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Grab this. Would have been nice if I had noticed that I was pasting that without a space and a little bit before then, but. Okay. And so that's blank now, so let's do, we're gonna put reset on escape in this keyboard. And now we're gonna do our, I did this in a dumb way on my 65, I actually find it annoying here. Toggle mode hue. Oh, actually, these are in a better order though. Hue down, hue up, saturation down, saturation up. And again, I don't think I actually need these, but let's keep them. Okay, good. Save. And these functions I actually don't use, but I can. It doesn't hurt to leave this here, because it's actually not in use, which is fine. Defining the mod masks shouldn't impact me. I'm just gonna leave that stuff because I don't care. Okay, so that's good. Let's try making that here on my Mac. All right, that compiled. That's good. Let's make sure this isn't a reset. And let's, of course, that put that in the wrong spot. Let me grab that file that it generated, move it into DZ60. There we go. Now let's go into keyboards, DZ60, key maps, GM. Okay, now we've got our hex. Let's give it a shot. DFU programmer. At Mega 32U4 flash DZ60 GM hex. Here we go. Gotta force erase it first, which I always love doing because I'm always terrified I'm gonna force erase the wrong keyboard. At Mega 32U4 erase. Okay, done. Splash it. Done. Let's just plug it back in. Okay. Well, good news is it got identified on Mac OS here. It's asking me to identify it as an ANSI keyboard. And let's go back here and open a new tab. Let's try it out. So let's just what are we doing? Switch to here. There we go. Well, it's kind of weird. Let me add this here. Okay. And let's give it a shot. So we should have Q. Oops. Help if I'm in the window. Good Lord. Let's make the font size bigger. What is it? Control-Shift equals? Okay. Let's give this a shot. QWERTY. Okay, so far so good. Let's see. P, bracket, backslash. It's got ticks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, dash, hyphen. Can we backspace? We can. Can we tab? We can. Do these guys. That all looks correct. Enter works. Good. Is this a shift? It is. Is this a shift? It is. Is this a control? It is. Is this a space? Okay, and let's just check that we can do. Trying to think of it. Actually, you know what? Let's open. I'm gonna go switch over to my Mac for a second because it's easier for me to test things like. Test control or command works. So that's good. Let's test our layer here. Layer's not working. Okay, so we gotta fix that. Is this layer working? That layer is working. Okay, let's see if we can change the backlight. You do not appear. Do not appear to be able to. Okay, it's good to know. All right, let's go back in this key map for a second and see what's wrong. Holy Lord. Let's reset the font size. What did we do wrong? Oh, I never pulled the space. I never pulled the space thing over after I did it there, so let's grab it. Duh. Let's pull this over here. And I think in this case it's still the middle one, or is it the right one? Let's see, we have space 1, space 2, space 1, space, and space 2. Sure, let's try the middle one. I think that's actually where it goes. Oops, I just copy and pasted the wrong thing again. It's always fun. Put it there. Layer 1 should be that now. And what else didn't work? So when I did momentary layers, I did get the escape, so I was able to do that, but I'm realizing I need to copy this into this same spot here, because otherwise it loses the fact that you're in that scope when you enter 2, if I remember correctly. Let me actually verify, because I would have to have done that here. I did. Look at me. Look at me. And then same thing. Okay, so same deal when you're in 3, otherwise it will cancel you out of it right away. So we want to put this here, and we want to put 2 here. So we stay in those states. Okay, save. Let's go back over to the Mac again. Now we have to do that dance one more time, which is always fun. Let's see, make DZ60 GM. Looks good. That one was much faster. Now let's copy it back into the right spot again. I really hate that. I just gotta remember what the target argument is, so that I don't always put it in the wrong spot. Come on, let's go. Go in here. Place that. And now. Let's. Well, reset's not going to work because of that dual layer problem, so I have to do it manually this time. And let's flash it again. Let's not forget to erase it first. And then let's flash it again. Done. All right. Let's try this again. Let's go back here. Look into our test document. Tests. Now we should be able to hold this and go left and right. That was interesting. Left is working one at a time. Right is going all the way to the end of the file. Okay. Let's just add some junk here so I can test that this works. Okay, so should we go up, down? Oh, I messed something up here. ASDF. GHJ. That J should be left. This should be down. That's still left. I'm one row over. Okay, so I gotta fix that. And let's see if our dual layer now works. Okay, so RGB is not. Oh yeah, it is working. Cool. All right, so that's working now. This thing is going insane now, as you can see. So that is certainly working. Let's see if I can switch this mode. Okay, so we know toggle is working. Let's put it here. Toggle's working. Mode is working. I'm probably gonna have to. Oh, hello. Let's see if I can get just into. Whoa! I didn't even know which modes this thing supported. Psycho mode, good, good. That was like Christmas mode. Oh my gosh! I just want to get this to. Holy, there's really a lot. Okay, there we go. Now I should be able to change saturation and colors. Okay, saturation. Let's up the saturation. Swap the color. I think that one's saturation actually, yeah. Okay. Hue, yep, that works. And then intensity, okay, cool, those all work. And we'll test reset by doing reset here now. This should stop working, it did. Okay, so I was just off in my, the only thing I was off on was my position of the, of the space modifiers. So let's see how I screwed that up. Let's see, tab, Q, W, E, R, T, Y, U, I, O, those should be right. Control, oh, I see why, I see why. A, S, D, F, G, and then H should be left, left, H, J, left, left. So wait, H, J is left, left. I just totally screwed this up. Copy down. This should actually be right, right, and then trans like that, right? Because now it's Control A, S, D, F, G, H, which is left, the extra left, then J, which is left. K is down, L is right, semi is right, yes, okay. And then here we got left shift, then left no, then Z, X, C, V, B, and then we expect N to be, that's kind of a judgment call. I actually don't know. I don't remember how I have this set up on this one, but it doesn't really hurt. So N is down, M is down, comma is down. And realistically, I guess if we're going that way, we might as well make this one down too. Okay, that works. I think that's it. Okay. One more time, one more round trip here. Make easy. Oops, 60 GM. Okay. Oops. Place, and then keyboards, DZ, key maps, GM, and then we are going to erase, and we are going to flash. I think that's it. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Let's go back here. One more test. Let's get rid of all these. Still have our graves there, still right. Okay, now we should be able to go. Let's make sure my fingers are on the right keys here. Should be able to go up, up, down, left, right. Yeah, we're good now. Cool. This is Windows, so that's Control. That should be Alt. This Atom doesn't support Alt, which is great. Let me actually make sure that's working. Let's open Atom on my Mac. Here. Whoops. Just make sure these Alt and, oh, actually, you know, I don't even need that. I can just open the keyboard viewer here. Make sure these work. Okay. That is Alt. That is Command. Okay. How did I? You know, I've been working on this keyboard for like however many hours now. How did I not notice that I'm missing a key right here? The switch entirely. That's pretty awesome. That's the impressive attention to detail that I guarantee as a streamer. That I can go this far into coding the firmware, testing the thing, and I didn't even put a switch here at all. Wow. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's just throw a switch in here. It should actually be close enough to actuate, or to work. Now, just for security's sake, let's screw this up. That was pretty cool. That's a pretty good mistake. I like that mistake. Jesus. Amazing. As far as mistakes go, that one's right up there with some of the dumbest things I've done. Can't believe I went that far into it. I was about to put it in the case. I was about to say, well, everything works exactly as expected. Not even, doesn't even have all its switches. Beautiful. All right. Now we get to resolder, or to solder, I should say. Let's get rid of this atom process for a second here. Genius. That's absolutely genius. Just amazing. All right. Well, let's solder that one switch in. I guess I could have just done it without that switch. So the right alt, I use that frequently. Probably would have been fine. All right. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Pretty good. Good stuff. All right. Well, at least it was just one and not half the board or something stupid. Well, the one was stupid, but could have been a lot worse. Pretty amazing. Okay. Let's test it. Now that it has all of its actual switches. Let's try that switch I just added and make sure it works. Let's go over here. It does. Cool. Oh, wait, but it is the wrong. Okay, I was wrong on the space. Let's bring this back up. Okay, so we were wrong in this position. So I have no left alt, left GUI, that works. Space, toggle, that works. Space, and then I have right GUI, right alt, no, no, no. And I think I gotta toggle these LEDs off because I can't see anything. I think, what am I in here? Oh, it's actually no. It's actually no, then, oh my God, there's so many blanks here. Okay, I think it's no, then right GUI, then no, then right alt. Wait, how was this? What was this one doing? Let me see. This is currently alt. What I have is listed as alt, or sorry, what I have listed, what I thought was command or GUI is alt. So this one is a no. Okay, so they just need to shift over by one. So this is a no. Oops. This is no. This goes here. This goes here. Oops. That's right, GUI. Is that too many? Did I just, oh, let's undo. Oh, Lord, what did I just do? Let's fix this one more time. Oh, I don't want to undo that one. Okay. So it's GUI alt no no no. So there's 5 of them. Okay. So it goes this is alt. This is GUI. This is no. Yes, I believe that is correct now. And yet again, we do this. Okay, let's move this again, replace, and now let's put it in reset. And you know, that's firing off. Oh, you know, it's because I'm hitting them both at the same time. That's why. Okay, I just gotta be not stupid. Keyboards. What is this, DZ? This is getting old. Okay. Now we erase, and then we flash. Okay. Let's see. Last one, hopefully. Well, let's turn this back on so we can tell that it's working. It is. And let's go back here. last, oh, actually, this is a Mac thing, really. So, Command. That is not Alt. God damn it. That one is. This one is not. Okay. Boy, this is not making this easy. So I think there's a no between them, it looks like. So we're actually going to take this no. Or sorry, we're going to take this and move it here. Take this and move it here. And try that. And actually, we're going to, oops, I'm going to make this easier on me. There we go. DZ60 jam. Okay. Reset. Erase. Flash. All right. 30th time is the charm. Okay. Good. That is control, as we expect. Shift, shift. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Cool. That's it. Got it working. All right. So that is mapped. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. So that's mapped. So let's just look at this one more time just to make it clear what we ended up with. It's almost identical to my M65 layout. It's basically a pretty standard layout, except here I use grave, the tick, instead of escape, because I hit it more in programming stuff, and escape is bound into the first layer. And my primary layer is pretty simple, except for the layer toggle with the space versus arrows. Second layer is function keys and basically those arrows and the escape. And then the third key is just keyboard related stuff, reset and RGB modifications. And that's it. Pretty simple. Took a long time to get there because it's always a bit of trial and error, which is annoying. But that's it. We're done. So we can put it in the case. So let's actually make, after all that, let's have a real keyboard now. Hard to tell, but that looks insanely out of focus. So I'm just going to really quickly open this actual stream and see if it looks as out of focus as it seems. It's a little hard to tell because I don't have my PC monitor turned on. That's not great. Let's do this one more time. Sorry about this. I love that it shows you all this junk on the screen. It'd be nice if it was hard to, it's real hard to get an idea for focus on this. Let's do it like this. Wrong way, right way. There we go. There we go. That should be better. Sorry about that. That should be much better. Well, it's not much better, but it's better. Okay. Finally. Let's build this stupid thing. Okay. Now the rest of the screws threw in this bag haphazardly. Don't need you anymore. This keyboard came with some random keycaps, which I don't need. It's like a really arbitrary selection of keycaps, actually. All right, the longest screws are the case screws, so let's not confuse these. The shortest screws are the case screws, which there should be 3 of. And there it is. Come out. Okay. And the other ones are for this guy. It'd help if I lined it up even halfway correctly. My hat's gonna get in the way. It's really silly. And again, these are not magnetized, so they're gonna flip and flop all over the place. There you go. couple I can't do because of the... Oh, that's the worst. Just the worst. Where am I good? Come out, please. I hate you. Oh, come on, don't make me... This is, honestly, this is the part I like the least about building keyboards, is having to fish out screws if you screw up. Where did you go? Come out. Please don't get jammed in there. I mean, that would be ludicrous for that to happen right now. It would not be the first time it's happened to me. I hear you. Just come out. Come out of there. Oh my god. This is what happens when you use non-magnetic screws, is they float around in there and they get dropped. It's like slowly working its way toward one edge. There we go. It's really stupid. I thought I had more of these screws. I'm actually curious to see if this works. I have this little thing that came with this tool set that is supposed to magnetize screws. I'm actually not sure even how you work it, or how you use it. Okay, I don't know. I'm not in the mood to try to figure that out right now. I just want to get this damn thing into this case because it's been like 3+ hours of streaming on it. And that's pretty ridiculous. What the hell was that? Always good to see just a little piece of plastic fall out when you're doing stuff. Let's see if I can. Try to get that. Try this an alternate approach here. I'm gonna line it up. Then we're gonna try to get the screw into the slot without a screwdriver, where I have more precision control here. Sort of. There we go. Normally this is easy because the screws are magnetized, so I can just, put them on the tip of the screwdriver and get them in there. But I want to be careful because I don't want to have to undo these constantly if I screw one up. So I'm just going to place them a little more carefully. Oh, just go in there. Okay. I think there are like 7 screw holes here in this board. I can't do all of them because of the HHKB layout, but I can do, I want to say 5. Don't screw me, screw. There we go. Stay. Don't do that. Come on. Stay in the screw hole, thank you. There we go. Okay. What else we got? Let's see, we got actually, we got another one here. Okay. Good. I'm not tightening any of these because I'm gonna have to move the board and the PCB and plate around a little bit to find the right spot for the center of this case, because it's actually a really tight fit. So I just want to get these edge ones on, and then I'll adjust it a little bit. I think in this case I'm actually going to have to I'm going to have to put the top piece on temporarily just to see where the right centering is, but okay, one more. Gunner. That one is a tight fit. There we go. Okay. It's roughly in the right spot. Let's put the top plate on here. Oops. Just shatter the board right there. Put this on and sort of get a feel for if this needs to be nudged in any directions. Try to get it lined up as straight as possible. Seems pretty good. I'm gonna do the old flashlight thing for a second here. Apologies. A little hard to see. Okay, so it's a little low on the right. A little high. It's hard to tell if that's the case. Looks pretty good in general. Okay. Okay. Let's just loosen this one just a little. Actually, it looks like we don't have any play on the right side, so I'm thinking I just push it down. Because I'd rather the bottom be aligned than the top, because you'll see you'd more clearly see a bottom edge than you would the top, because the keys will be up above the top edge. I think we're just gonna go down as much as possible. And then just make sure it's as close to centered as we can. Seems about right. I can always adjust this later. It's not like I'm committing to anything here. Let's tighten these in. Not too tight. If you hear cracking, you've gone too far. Thankfully, I've never heard cracking doing this, but can't rule it out as a possibility. This screw, that one is like barely tightenable because of its position. I can't even tell if it is tight because I'm not even sure I can get my screw head in there. Oh, okay. Oh God, that's heavy. Okay. Let's put this guy on. Actually, let's put down. It'd be silly to come all this way and then damage this. Here, let's grab craft foam now. Why does every single piece of craft foam in this thing have a thing attached to it? Okay. Put this here. And let's put this here. Oh, interesting. Now with the switches in place, it actually, the top case, okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold it at first to screw it in because there's a bit of a, that's funny. With the switches, the top case doesn't sit flush. So I'm actually gonna have to put the screws in and then kind of prop it up to do it at first until I can tighten them partially. So I have to do it vertically. Are these magnetized? Nope. Ujux. God damn it. It's such an annoying thing. Okay. For a second, I thought I left the stream open playing music back into itself, but I did not, thankfully. Okay. Those three. Let's do these three. Definitely a little bit of bulge from the amount of foam that I put in the middle, but I don't think it'll, once these are tightened, I don't think it'll matter. Now I have to use this awful screwdriver because these are really recessed. Hold on these. There we go. All right. 3 long ones. screws don't have a particularly good feel, these top ones, these long ones. Like I feel like I'm not getting a good grip on them when I'm screwing them in. In. Underglow still works, so that's good. We should be able to make it brighter, which I forget which one that is. That's hue. That's, oh no, that's saturation. Oh, I see. Oh, right, down and up is what I did. So hue, and then intensity, there we go. A little brighter, cool. Okay, that's keyboard. Now, the only thing that really matters is caps. Don't need these screws because they were spares since the HHKB layout. Well, utilize those. I'm thinking what am I thinking? Well, I'm not thinking plum. Nautilus. Definitely at least Nautilus for these alphas, because these alphas are cool. Alright, let's see. Yeah, God, these are pretty. It's a really nice color. I'm not sold on the non-alphas so much. I wish they actually used the same aqua color for the legends on the alphas do. I think that's a really neat, it's a really nice color, but I'm wondering if we can combine some sets here. Let's see how it looks, because it might work to put Oblivion modifiers on this. I don't know. Oh, this is gonna be a loud ass board. It's hard to get keys out. It's always hard to get the last keys out of this GMK. All right, out of curiosity, Just gonna see. If we could get away with, if it looked good at all. Try not to make a shit ton of noise. We don't need this anymore. What if we used these guys? Would it look okay? No, I would not. And I don't think I have monochrome mods. Do I? God, if I had monochrome mods, that would be great. Do I not? Do I not? Do I not? I guess I don't. Yeah, I don't think, especially the colors like purple, that doesn't really look good at all. Okay. All right, so that's not gonna work. Okay. And just to confirm, it would look strange if we did. Interesting. It's not terrible. I thought that would be terrible, but it's actually not that bad. Like if that were here. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Alright, screw it. Let's just do. Huh. I think this is the kind of board where I'm gonna put these caps on and then change them in 2 days. Something else, I don't know. Because I'm wondering actually, as I look at it, this might be an awesome use case for that Miami set. Well, actually, those should probably go in the Leap because that's gonna be like a black board, black keys. All right, screw it. Let's just do this. So I don't want the yellow. That's my biggest problem right now. I don't like the yellow. So we're gonna go with, well, I don't have a choice on the legends, but I don't want the keys themselves to be yellow. So instead, let's go this way with it. Do I have a, yes, perfect. That's a liar key because it's actually a tick for me, but I think people expect to see the escape there. Do I have a control, an alternate control here? I don't know. I have to check. I've got. Oh, did I not? Oh, yes. I guess I don't. That's annoying. Oh, but I do have a ledge. No, that's a different. I see. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna have to put the caps lock key there because these are different. Hard as hell to get them out of here. Is this the right? Actually, that is the right one. Okay, cool. A little more wobble in that stem than I would like, but I'll live with it. We're gonna do blue space. I wish it was actually a dark blue, but that's fine. Not the best, but not the worst. What am I looking for? I need a standard short FN. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Jesus. This guy. And then I need small alts. Actually, I need small alts. Oh, shit. Okay, good. And then big, oh, great, of course. Of course. No one respects Mac users. No one respects Mac users ever. Always have to use goofy keys. Come out of here. Let's just get all these in place. Come out, I don't want to scratch you. Let's use this one instead. Scooped or, yeah, I like the scoop better in these cases. Jesus. The time it takes to build a keyboard is ludicrous. Considering I did some of the work on this when I was offline. This is like 4 or 5 hours in this one board, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Okay. I wanted a tab. Why did I put the tab over here? I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay. Left shift. Good. And let's do these. And then we're done. I guess I'm gonna have to figure out what on earth I'm gonna put in the what should be command spots, because I don't have, obviously don't have, GMK doesn't do command keys, but I also am looking at this set and I don't have, I think they might have to be alt as well, which is annoying. Get out of here. Okay, really? Genius. No, just stick it on sideways. It's all good. Who cares? I don't know if I've ever done that before. So that was pretty cool. All right. I have this keyboard shelf on my wall. It has keyboards. I posted pictures of my office at some point to Flickr, and in that shot I didn't realize that one of my keyboards had the, I think it's the D and the F were swapped, so it said ASFD. Nobody noticed it. I didn't even notice it for forever, and then when I did I was very embarrassed, but then I was mad that nobody noticed it. Short shift. Good. Okay. It's just about what the hell I'm gonna put in these because I don't have a good option here. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I can either put 2 more controls there, or I don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to go 2 controls. That's so annoying. Come on, GMK. Make some Mac keys. It's not a big deal, but it's just stupid. All right. Done. We did it, everyone. We did it. Only took 5 hours. Now I have these novelty keys, but I don't actually like any of them. I think it would be weird to have the... I guess technically that could be the enter key, but I don't know. And that, I didn't buy Nautilus because I like the C aesthetic. I bought it because I like the colors, mostly of the alphas. Where's the others? So let's leave it at that for those guys. Keycap's made in Germany. Okay. I'll just go back to get it, you bastard. I'll get that later. All right. Let's plug it in. Let's find a better, slightly better. Actually, it's surprisingly good. Oops. Nah, damn it. Didn't want that. Now I gotta go through all these modes. It's so annoying. Don't want that. Don't want that. Definitely don't need that insanity. Nope. 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 Come on. Just go back to the solid color. Where are you, color? It's actually genuinely hard to tell when there it is. Okay, so that was that. That's toggle mode. That's the hue. I'm trying to find a hue that's a little closer to the color that's in there. I think that's it. And then let's saturate it and let's just go nuts on it. Okay, there we go. Now let's actually hear how it sounds. Let's type on it. Now it's a whole keyboard with caps. These are the Holy Pandas. It's pretty loud. In a good way, though. Let's bring this down so we can capture it a little better here. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, type chat here. This is Tina C. So, Tina C, DZ60 PCB, Holy Panda switches, and GMK Nautilus keycaps. And it's got this teal weight in it. It's goofy. And I might actually just turn that off because I actually find it kind of distracting. It's only the top keys have a bit of an underglow to them because of it. So I'll probably just do that. Yeah. Feels pretty good to type on. I look forward to typing more on it next few days. I'll try to put it through its paces with work and see how I like the Holy Pandas. They're not lubed currently. I know with these, lubing them with thin lube makes them a little better, so that's at some point going to be the next step in this keyboard's process. Oh, and I should put these rubber feet on, I guess. But hey, if you stuck around, or if you're watching this after the fact, thanks for watching. And next time, I'm going to build. Jesus, it's like I'm in sloppy workmanship here. Next time, I'm going to build the cleep with, I think, Telios. And because the housing on the Telios is the same as the housing on Zelios, as far as I know, I may later swap the stems and springs and potentially swap in Xylants when they are released by Zeal which I think was supposed to be February, if I remember correctly. So let's just see if we hear any ping from this. No ping at all. That's great. That's my favorite. I don't want to hear any metal pinging or emptiness, and I think putting those couple layers of craft foam in there certainly helped. Actually sounds really good. It feels good too. It's very different than any of the other keyboards I've made in a good way. Very loud, very crisp. Definitely gonna have to type gentler on it so I don't hit the bottom out. And the spacebar could be quieter, certainly. But 7U, that's just a big empty hollow spot for echo there. It's kind of hard to make that quieter. It feels good, but it's just a little louder than I would hope. I may replace this switch with something a little less intense. See if I can quiet it down. But yeah, feels good. Feels pretty good. It's real heavy. It feels very substantial. Color's very close to the MacBook Pro, so it's gonna look good on the desk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.